Okay, I'm at Maryland's best liquor store that I've seen for single malts. It is called Shawan Liquors, and I am here to find some more Edgered Hours. The last time I was here, they had a bunch, I'm talking about a bunch of Edgered Hours, and I'm trying to make Edgered Hour my most bought bottle, and I only need one more for that to happen. So I'm going to try and get at least one, maybe two, hopefully, at Shawan. Real quick, before we get to shopping, let me tell you about Into the AM's Black Friday sale happening right now so that you can get to shopping and support me in the process. As you all know, I am a big Into the AM fan, and this is my new favorite item, the Sierra Surge Jacket. It is so versatile, so comfortable, so durable, and I look pretty darn good in that thing, don't I? And right now, you can save 6% off plus more using my code GC10 on tank tops, graphic tees, daily shorts, which I love, flannels. I wear these in almost all my videos. They are fantastic flannels. Graphic hoodies. It's fall time. This is the perfect time to get yourself a new hoodie. And again, the shirt jacket. My favorite item I have from Into the AM by far. And oh my goodness, look at that. I am so famous. So go ahead, click that link in the description below to save an extra 10% off the Black Friday sale, and cheers. And right off the bat, we see Rosebank 31, Edgered Hour 21, Altmore 21, Balvenie 21, Glendronach 21, all these Benriochs. Again, this is one of the best single malt selections that I have seen in a store in Maryland that's also not insanely priced. And a 13-year Cockeysville Signatory caught my eye. I want this so bad. And in fact, I did have this in my hand for a very long time while I was in this store. And there's my baby Edgered Hour. Very sad that the selection is this today. The last time I was here, it was a lot more than this. I already have the 10-year Oloroso single cask. I already have the 12-year Balakin Oloroso single cask. The only one that I do not have is that Balakin 10-year Marsala single cask. So you can guess, and you'll be right, that is the one that I end up picking up here for $145.99. That's not a terrible price. Again, Edgered Hour in the States always gets a pretty high premium because they are not that common in the distributors, and they're smaller, so they ask a little bit more money for those. This was in, like, Netherlands for Surge Hunter. I guarantee you, for him, that would be like, I don't know, what do you think, Surge, like 70 euros? But they do always have a ton of Kilholmans, and I gotta tell you, I searched and looked at these things for a while while I was in here because Kilholman is a great distillery. And look at all these Bruichladdich. Ton of them. And all the Port Charlotte cask exploration series, I want to buy them all. I do, but I can't, or I would just be broke. And look at all these Campbelltowns, Long Roads, the Kilkerran Heavily Peated, the Springbank. That Springbank 10 is $96. That's way too much. That Springbank 8 years single local barley is $200. That's probably MSRP for the States. I'm not paying for that, you know. Ton of Ardbegs, ton of Lafroigs. I glossed over a lot of things because I could have just spent $1,500 here very quickly, and that would have been really stupid to do. Those Aaron's catching my eye, and then all the top shelf stuff. If you missed some of the old releases of Octomore, there you go. The 13s, the 14s are there. Old Highland Park up top, a lot of the Compass boxes. The single malt selection here just has a palette for everybody, a ton of variation. I love the selection here. The Japanese whiskey that, again, I wish I understood more and to get some, and the Irish stuff, which I do want to get into a little more. That Writer's Tears up top, those Redbreasts, I think that was a little style probably. Those are good bottles, but again, I am here for a singular purpose, and that is to get more Edgered Hour and other cool things that I want. But yeah, those Ardbegs I'm not going to grab. I do actually need to know a bottle. Maybe I'll go back there at some point and get that. Scotch Daddy, this got Glen Scotia 18, says he highly recommends it. Look at that Long Road 21 that I won't buy because it's probably $9 billion. And the Edgered Hour 21 up top is $600, so I will not be getting that. But again, I just stood here in awe and just had to think for a very long time of which single malts I was going to get. And I also got very close to those Glendronachs because those are also super tasty. Here's a look at all their barrel picks they have. A ton of barrel stuff. The Kings County, they have a peated bourbon. I'm looking at that right now. I didn't notice that while I was in there. I've been looking for the peated bourbon and I missed it. That is something that I want to try just because I like peat, I enjoy bourbon, and that sounds super cool. Those are good prices for those Peerlesses. Peerless always has a bit of a premium on it. But again, a lot of these things are really cool barrel picks that I think are good. If you are into bourbon and you want to support your store, definitely grab the picks they get. And here's the big bourbon wall and the rye wall. You know, a lot of the standard things. Nothing here really jumps out at me. I was looking for some Rebel Empire cask strength stuff. Wasn't there. It's just the standard stuff. And, you know, here's the Imperial stuff at the bottom. I haven't seen Toasted in a while, and I got close to grabbing that. That Cognac 4-grain Laws seemed super interesting to me as well. So I'm just scanning over everything. I'm going to ignore all the Jim Beam stuff for now. Here's the Green River stuff, by the way, guys. The Foolproof at $50. You cannot go wrong with this. The Green River is exceptionally good for the price. And here's your Sagamore. I had that cask strength Sagamore in my hand, and I just put it back because I was like, I live in Maryland. I can get Sagamore whenever I want. The 10-year rye, I kind of wanted to grab as well. There's a ton of good things here, but I was thinking about my wallet. Normally I don't, but I'm trying to be super responsible now because I'm not working. Turns out I only got one Edward Hour. The kind of selection was a little bad for the Edward Hours, which I was going to buy the Edward Hour 10 Oloroso single cask because I need another one, but I was like, I already have it. Let's get something new. So I got the Balakin 10-year Marsala, which sounds super awesome. It's a single cask at cask strength, and it is 59.1% alcohol. This was like $140, something like that. I was a little naughty today, but I'm not going to buy whiskey for another long time. Another thing I got was this Kilchoman. This is a single cask Oloroso, and I don't know how old it is. I don't think it's no age statement on it. No. But this guy was on sale for like $120, which was great. No, $130. And that's a good price, especially for a single cask Kilchoman. This is going to be so damn good. I'm pumped to get this. And last but not least, I had a Sagamore cask strength in my hand for $60. But I was like, for me, again, I'm like, I live here. I can get Sagamore whenever I want. But they had this long row for $70, which is a crazy good deal for a long row. It was stickered at $85, but they had a sale running, so it was $70. And actually, let me just go ahead and make sure they actually did give it to me for the $70. I'm gonna have to go be a Karen and go in there and be like, what the hell, guys? Nope, $69. Hell yeah, $69. I spent way too much money because I suck. But again, I'm not gonna buy any more this month, and that will be it. But this is my favorite liquor store right now in Maryland, Shawan Liquors. Hell yeah. Okay, here are the bottles in all their glory. This Kilchoman's color is phenomenal. I want it in my mouth right now. And it turns out it was a 9-year age statement on that. And this Balakin looks like honey. And I also want this in my mouth right now because Edward Hour, my favorite distillery. And there we go, a 9-year and a 10-year single malt in the whiskey room. One final thing, I met up with a subscriber, Sam at Shawan Liquors, because he wanted to give me some laser etched items that he made for me, coaster and a beer opener. Thank you, Sam. Those are awesome. And I decided to get a bottle that I know he didn't have but wanted, so I can give it to him. All right, so you went to Midway for a raffle and you got nothing, right?
I'm Sam from Bourbon Legends and other Harford County groups. A bunch of us went to the Midway raffle today. They had like 45 bottles. And then the grand prize was a pappy for $1. Not a single one of us took anything home. It's crazy.
Well, you know what? Open up that door.
Oh, yeah?
Open that door up.
Yeah. Baby seat. Oh, no way.
Take it.
We've been looking to try this.
Take it. That is yours.
Sure?
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's yours, dude.
Sazerac house too, man.
That's yours, bro. There you go, Sam. Hope you liked that bottle. Hope you cracked it. Hope it was great. And by the way, guys, the best part about whiskey is sharing it. Share it with friends. Share it with family. Don't be greedy. Don't be selfish. Share the stuff. It's meant to be drank together. But as always, I'll see you guys next time, and cheers.